all about balance, right? So here we go. Take your seat, please. Good morning. Sit nice and tall. Close your eyes. Start to come into your breath. We're going to work on just really paying attention to how that feels as we inhale through the nose, exhaling back out through the nose. There's nothing wrong with the emotions that we feel. Everything that we go through is part of what makes us up. That balance that we're looking for, the yin and the yang. We can't be happy and joyful all the time. Sometimes we have to experience sadness and anger and frustration. So the trick is to not to let it fester, to not let it build upon itself. Anything unchecked can become unhealthy. Take another full breath in and a slow breath out. Keep releasing through the sit bones, but finding length through the spine so you can sit nice and tall. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Okay, now really fill up really strong. Lift up through the shoulders. Big breath in, pause. And then blow it all out. One more time, we'll do that again. Big breath in. And then exhale it all out. Beautiful. Take another deep breath in. Reach the arms up, stretch and lift. And then exhale, bring the hands right back down through heart center. We're going to work on some twists this morning, some heart opening. Made a couple of notes so I can make sure I hit everything that I want to. So from here on your seat, let's take the legs out long in front. Bend your knees, give them a little bit of movement. Point your toes, bring them back up. But sit tall, so pull in through the low belly. Draw the shoulders back, take another breath in, sweep the arms up, and then nice and slow, let's forward fold right over our legs. Don't go too far, your low back may not be really awake yet. So just pause and focus on the shoulders drawing back, taking a full breath in, creating more length in your spine, and then exhaling, maybe you can get a little bit lower. But take it really slow, go very incrementally as you work your hands down your legs. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. And if you find that you're rounding to reach, back it off so you can bring more straightness into your spine. Straightness, is that a word? There are days I wonder about my vocabulary. Take another full breath in and a full breath out, and then walk your hands back up. Cross that right foot in, taking the left foot over. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out, and then take your right arm and hook it around the left knee. Draw it into your chest. Take your left hand behind you and start to twist open toward the windows. No, there's no windows for you, are there? Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath in. One more breath out. And then release it, come back to center, take your legs out long, cross them the other way, so bring the left foot in first, take the right foot over the left knee, keep drawing it in, take a full breath in, take that left arm, wrap it around the right knee, right hand behind you, and start to twist. And you can continue looking right over that right shoulder if your head can go that far. It's a slow twist into the neck, spine, down into the tailbone. You might feel it in your hip. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then come on back to center. Again, taking the legs out long in front of you. Give them a little bit of a shake. And then if you've got a blanket or a towel you want to lean on, we're going to come right up onto our knees. Take a full breath in as you sweep the arms up, bringing your hands right back down into your heart space. Take the right foot out, toes point forward, coming into gate pose, lift up. Keep drawing the spine long and then stretch the right hand down to that extended leg. Left hand goes over. Pause here, really feel that stretch from the hip through the side bodies, right up the arm. Pause and breathe. And as you breathe and exhale, you can go a little bit lower, but take it again incrementally. Nice and slow so you can feel and breathe. We're aligning our breath with how we're moving. So take another big breath in. And then exhale. Sweep it back over. Let the left hand come down. Get a nice long line from the ankle through the hip, right out the fingertips. Palm is down here. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then inhale, bring it back up. We'll go each side one more time. So inhaling, lift up. And again, take your time. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then sweep it back the other way. Left hand goes down, right hand goes round. Palm down. Draw the right shoulder back. Pull in through the low belly. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then using your core, come on back up to center. Bring the right knee back in under the hip. Extend the left leg, toes point forward. Take a full breath in, sweep the arms up. And then we'll stretch toward the left. Right hand goes over the head, but draw the shoulder back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And again, nice and slow as you breathe, that's when you know it's okay to go deeper or to back off the pose. Take a full breath in as you come back to center, arms extended. Let the right hand go down and the left hand go over. Draw the palm toward the earth. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Use your core. Come on back up to center one more time each way. Stretching out over that extended leg. And then breathe back up into center. And one more time the other way. Inhale, come on back up. Hands come to hips, knees go right back underneath your hip points. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Bring the hands down on the mat, walk them out. Coming into tabletop. Take a full breath in, draw the hips back. Really press through the hands. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then come forward, stacking the shoulders right over the wrists. Pause and breathe here. Take your hands a little bit forward, your feet a little bit back, and come on into plank. Take a full breath in your plank and a full breath out. Keep drawing your heart forward and the crown of the head forward. Take a nice deep breath in, lifting up through the low belly and the thighs, and then raise your hips up, downward facing dog. And you might get some snap, crackle, pops, and you might immediately feel this in your hamstrings. So feel free to pedal out your feet. And just say good morning to your down dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. From your down dog, inhaling again, rise up high into your toes. As you exhale, glide forward into plank. Again, stacking the shoulders right over the wrists. Stay high on the balls of the feet. The heel should be directly over the balls of the feet. And you're still breathing in deeply so you can pull in through the low belly and lifting up through the thighs. Take another big breath in. Exhale the hips high, downward facing dog. Take another full breath in. Come on up to the toes. Exhale, glide forward. Pause in your plank. Take a full breath in, and then this time we're going to lower all the way to the mat. So whether your knees come down first or not, bend the elbows close to the side bodies, come all the way down, and then untuck the toes, pushing down to the tops of your feet. Stay light in your hands for your cobra and pause. Breathe here. Notice where your head is. Drop your chin a little bit so the back of the head is in line with the spine. Draw the shoulders back. Stay light in the hands. Maybe you lift them. Keep breathing. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Push down through the tops of the feet and then release this. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. This is not a big move, so take your time as you lift. You don't want to pinch your low back. If there's any tension there, lower down just a bit. So take another breath in. Let's come back into cobra. Pause and breathe. Maybe lift the hands, push down to the tops of the feet, but don't lift your head. Let the crown of the head go forward, shoulders back. Take another breath in and lower down. One more cobra. And then lower, tuck your toes, push back up through your knees or full plank, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, really ground down through behind the index pad and the thumb pad. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Lift that right leg straight out behind you. Exhale, bring it forward. Plant it by your thumb. Take a full breath in as you rise up into crescent. Pause in your crescent, opening up. Arms can stay lifted. Draw the shoulders back, or you can bring the elbows down. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then inhaling, stretch the hands back up. Exhale, let them frame the foot. Jump switch the feet or walk the other foot forward. The left foot comes forward and the right foot comes back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then inhaling again, rise high for crescent on this side. Arms frame the head. Lift up first with an inhale and then settle in. Maybe the elbows come down again, but the heart stays lifted. You can look up, take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhaling, reach up. Exhale, hands come down. Take the left foot back to meet the right. Pause in your plank and then decide if you're going to lower your knees or not. We're going to rinse this off through a vinyasa flow. So lower down, really ground down through the tops of your feet, drawing your shoulders back, but don't lift your head. Let the shoulders and the upper back initiate your cobra. Exhaling as you release, tuck your toes, push back through knees, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Pause and breathe. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And whenever you're in your down dog, pedal it out, see what you need. Sometimes there's more snap, crackle, pops to get worked out, sometimes not. But look for the stillness of the pose when you're done with the movement. Again, we're looking for that balance, that yin and yang, working through what we need to work through physically, mentally, and emotionally. Okay, so we're going to come into a revolved low lunge. So take a nice deep breath in your down dog, lifting the right leg up behind you. Bring the foot forward, plant it by your thumb, and then take your left knee down. Draw the arms up, taking a full breath in and bring your hands right to your heart space. So we're going to come into a twist here. So start to lean out over that right leg, and we're going to take the left elbow outside the right knee. I should turn around for you for this. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out, and just pause here in this twist, giving it time to evolve. All right, so you're pushing down on the top of the left foot. The right knee is stacked over the right ankle, and that left elbow is hooked outside the knee. Now you can stay right here for a few more breaths, or if you've got this and you want to intensify it a little bit, tuck the toes and come off the left knee. Your feet need to be in two separate lanes to maintain your balance. Keep pulling into the low belly, allowing the rib cage to spin around. Keep drawing that right shoulder back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then release the knee, bring the hands down. Take the right foot back. Switch the left foot up front, pausing again, feet in two separate lanes. I'll turn around here. And then with breath, rise high for low lunge here. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Bring the hands back to your heart space and pause. Again, with that left knee stacked right over the ankle, start to lean forward. Take a full breath in for the extension, and then on your exhale, twist. Right elbow hooks outside the left knee. And again, you pause here, giving yourself time to twist open, breathing deep, allowing that breath to align with the pose that you're creating. And again, you can stay here for a few more breaths, or if you want to tuck the right toes and lift off the knee, you can. But pull into the low belly, tucking your tailbone down just a bit. You'll find more space in order to turn through the rib cage, drawing that left shoulder back. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. And then from here, bring the hands down, bring the right foot forward to meet the left. Create a forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise high to stand. And bring your hands right to your heart space and pause. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. In your Tadasana, draw your shoulders back again, lifting through the heart, pausing, coming back into that breath. So take a full inhale and a full exhale. Good morning, Heidi Hager. Are you doing yoga with me this morning? Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out in your Tadasana. Pause and just let go. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. Inhale, stretch the arms up nice and high. On your exhale, sit your hips back. Let's come into chair. As you come into chair, be sure that your knees are pulling back and your hips are pulling back, literally like there's a chair behind you. Bring your hands right to your heart space. So there's a mudra, which is basically a seal. And the hand mudra that I want to work on today is Ganesha. So we're going to take our hands like this, fingers together, everything interlocked, and you pull the right and left away from one another. Feel your shoulders come back on, down your back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. One more breath in, and then straighten the legs forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise again to stand. Take a nice deep breath in, and again sit your hips back for chair. Pause in your chair, hands extended. Take another breath in, drop the hips a little bit lower, and then again bring your hands to your heart space. One more breath in, one more breath out. And again, taking the left hand, the back of the hand closer to your heart and the right hand away from you. Interlock the fingers and pull the right and left hand away from one another. This is a very strong mudra. It's named after Ganesha because Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. And so this is creating some strength here, but it's also helping open up your heart. Keep drawing your shoulders back. Take one more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Toe heel your feet apart. Take them nice and wide. Hands come to opposite elbows. Release the head. Let gravity pull you down right over your legs. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. You can sway a little bit right to left here. That should feel good in your low body, in your low back. Take another breath in and another breath out. With your next breath, let the hands come back down to the floor. Toe heel the feet back in underneath your hip points. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise high to stand again. Exhale your hips back, come back into chair. Bring your hands right to your heart space in the traditional way. Right hand pushing against the left hand, thumbs resting on your heart. We're going to come into a twisted chair here. So take a nice full breath in and a full breath out. We're going to take the left elbow outside the right knee. And again, really pull into the low belly so you can tuck your tailbone down. Spinning those ribs right around. Drawing the right shoulder back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then from here, keeping the weight in your right foot, lift the left foot, hovering the foot, and push it back behind you for that twisted low lunge once again. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And here, if you'd like to open up your arms to get a little bit more, you can. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then bring the hands down to frame the foot. Bring the left foot back up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Another full breath in as we rise to stand, sitting the hips back again for chair. Pause and breathe just for a moment, and then bring your hands back to your heart space. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And we're going to the other side now. So sit your hips even lower, laying out over your legs. Pull into the belly, tuck your tail. One more breath for length, and then exhale. Right elbow hooks outside the left knee. Hands stay firm, pressing one against the other. Keep drawing the left shoulder back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then again from here, staying strong in that left foot. Start to hover the right foot, keeping the twist, and push the right leg out long behind you, coming into that revolved low lunge. Just like where we were a little bit ago. And again, from here, if you want to open up your arms, you can. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then the hands come down, frame the foot. Bring the right foot forward once again, inhaling halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise to stand. Bring your hands right back to your heart space and pause. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Coming back into that alignment of breathing to match where you are physically, emotionally, and mentally. And some of these poses do bring up frustration. Maybe you get annoyed with yourself or angry because you think you should be able to twist deeper or to do it faster or hold it longer. I think instead of labeling all these things good or bad or right or wrong, it's just a matter of experiencing them. So take another full breath in your Tadasana and a full breath out. And then inhale, reach high, lift up, open up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your feet back out to plank. Pause in your plank. Stay strong through the arms on the balls of your feet. And then either take the knees down or lower from plank. Breathing into your cobra. Drawing the shoulders back, but not lifting the head too high. Exhaling as you release. Tucking your toes, lifting your hips back up. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in as you push the right heel along behind you, bend at the knees, opening up at the hips, twisting open toward the right. One more breath in and one more breath out. Extend the right foot long behind you, and then with your next exhale, bring the foot forward, planted by your thumb. Take a full breath in as you rise strong into your crescent. Take a full breath in crescent and then swivel the back foot down, and let's open up right into warrior two. So again, the right knee is right over the right ankle. Push out on the outside edge of that left foot. Your feet are in one lane. Now we're open, drawing that left thigh bone back, but the right knee keeps drawing open toward the right toe. And extend your arms. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Flip the right hand, take a nice deep breath in, sweeping up, but don't come out of the right knee. Bend a little deeper just to be sure you're there. And then let's exhale into side angle. So stay light on the thigh, but reach the left hand up nice and high. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Keep drawing the left shoulder back. One more breath in and one more breath out. And then come back into your warrior two. Straighten the leg, turn the toes forward, bring your hands to your hips. Draw the heels in just to touch the toes point out. We're going to come into goddess pose from here. Take a nice deep breath in, pulling into the low belly. Bend the knees out over the toes. Let the tailbone descend. Bring your hands up nice and high. Take a nice deep breath in. And let's come back to that Ganesha Mudra. So lock the fingers. Draw the elbows away from one another. Pulling the right hand against the left hand. Take a full breath in and nice and slow. If you'd like to come up to your toes, you can do that. Breathe deep. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And if you're watching and you see me falling in and out of this pose, there's nothing wrong with that. It has to do with your balance. Oh, I have a friend coming. This is Henry. He just got groomed. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Go see Dad, Henry.
Come here, Henry.
One more breath in, one more breath out. Straighten the legs, lift the arms up. Bring your hands right back to your heart space and pause. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. One more time, we're going to come back into goddess. So bend the knees out over the toes, lift the arms up, get strong, and then returning to the Ganesha Mudra. Feel the strength as your arms pull against one another and the shoulders go back. And again, if you want to come up to your toes, take your time, take a full breath in and a full breath out, and just come into your breath. Remember, we're not labeling it, good or bad. We're just breathing. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Sweep the arms up, straighten the legs, bring your hands right back to your heart space. So turn your feet the other way. This time, the right toes stay pointed at a 90-degree angle and the left toes go forward. We're going to come into warrior two on this side. Bend nice and deep into that left knee. Pause and breathe. Draw the right thigh bone back. Kick the left knee opening toward the pinky of the left foot. Come back into your breath. Shoulders release. And then flip the left hand. Big breath in. Sweep up. Stay bent in that left knee and then coming into side angle. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more breath in. Keep drawing the right shoulder back. And then on your exhale, bring the hands down to frame the foot. Come up to the right toes and pause. Take the left foot back to meet the right. You're back in plank. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then you decide, lowering down, releasing it all, meeting back in down dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Now we'll go to child's pose. So bring your big toes to touch. Let your knees go wide. Take your arms out in front of you. Come back to your breath, releasing whatever it is that needs to be released. Working at not overthinking. And just giving yourself an opportunity to pause and let your perspective shift. Yes, the anger and the frustration and the stress of everything that's going on is there. So you get to meet with me or anybody else that you're doing yoga practices with, and you know yoga is a great way to counteract the anger, the frustration, and the stress. And we just breathe a little bit deeper. And that breath is taking really good care of us. That's all we can do, right? One breath at a time. Inhale up to your fingers. Walk your hands out over to the right, stretching out the left side of your body. Draw that left hip back. If you want to place the left hand on top of the right for a little bit more pull, take a full breath in and a full breath out, and then spider hand. Walk your fingers back through the center, going over to the left. Tacking that right hip back, stretching out the right ribs. And again, the right hand could come on top of the left, giving it just a little bit extra. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Walking the hands back to center, ground down, really press through the palms of the hand, and then tuck your toes, lift your hips. Let's go back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale the right leg straight out behind you. Exhale, bring the foot forward, planted by your thumb. Take a full breath in as you rise up strong to crescent. And again, bringing your hands right back to your heart space. Pause and breathe. Take a full breath in as you lean out over that right leg and then hook the left elbow outside the right knee, coming back into a twisted lunge. Breathe, pause, and give yourself time to work through this pose. Take another full breath in and another full breath out. Using your core, inhale, rise strong, come back up into crescent, swivel the back foot down, opening back up into warrior two. Flip the front hand, inhaling, stretch up tall and strong. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten the leg, turn the toes forward, coming back into a wide leg stance on your mat. Sweep the arms up strong. And then exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Take your hands down to the mat. Release the tension in your low back. Put some softness behind your knees. And then take a full breath in, walking your hands back up. Draw the heels in, toes point out, coming back into goddess. Sweep up. Bend the knees out over the toes. Bring the hands back into the Ganesha Mudra. Really pull the right hand against the left. All the fingers are interlocked. This is a very strong pose. And again, if you want to come up to your toes, practicing one or both, it's your choice. There's no right or wrong. You're just breathing here, taking your time, pulling into the low belly. One more breath in, one more breath out. Let the heels come down. Straighten the legs, sweep the arms up, full breath in, and then open up into warrior two, facing the other direction. So bend the left knee out over the left ankle, draw the right thigh bone back, and let the shoulders come down. Strong in your warrior two pose, flip the left hand. Big breath in as you sweep up and back. Exhale, come back into your warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down. Come to the right toes, and then with the core strength, lifting up for crescent, bring the hands right back to your heart space. Take a full breath in as you hinge out over that left leg. Hooking the right elbow outside the left knee. You're coming back into a twisted crescent. Twisted lunge. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Pausing to get as much length as you can through the spine. Rotation through the ribs. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then the hands go down. Take the left foot back to meet the right. Pause in your plank. Lower all the way down. Bring the arms down by your sides and pause. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And we're going to come into bow pose here. So bring the chin or your forehead to the mat. Take a full breath in as you draw your shoulders back, feel your arms pull to the back, and then lift your toes, pointing your toes toward the back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And if you feel like you're lifting your head again, drop your chin. Back of the head stays in line with the spine. Take another breath in and another breath out. Lower and turn your head to one side or the other. We're going to do that 2 more times. We're opening up the back side of the body. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And again, with these poses, if you're feeling any pinching or pain, you're just pushing yourself a little too hard. So back off. Don't get angry with yourself. Don't get frustrated. Just breathe and accept those signals as a way that you need to modify and adjust. Bring your chin or your forehead back to the center of the mat. Take another full breath in, drawing your shoulders back, drawing your arms back, lifting the feet. It's almost like pretending that I'm pulling on your feet away from you. You're resting on your hip points. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. 1 more breath. Lift a little higher, but keep your chin down. And then exhale, release. Turn your head the opposite direction. Just release. Coming back into the neutrality of being flat on your mat. Feeling your lungs working. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Bring the chin or forehead back to the mat. And again, last bow pose. Draw the shoulders back, arms go back, lift the feet, lift the legs. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Now you don't have to keep your legs really close together. You can separate them as you need to accommodate your sacrum. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Release everything back to the mat. Now bring your hands back by your ribs. Tuck your toes. Take a full breath in, lifting yourself back through knees or plank, and we'll go right back into down dog. Take a full breath in your down dog and a full breath out. How are we doing? Are we breathing? Are you sensing a shift in your perspective? Maybe of what your expectations were this morning? Can you be kind to yourself and just breathe and allow that alignment of breath to body and movement be enough? It is enough. Take a full breath in, lift up to your toes. On an exhale, walk, step, or jump your feet right up between your hands. Take a full breath in for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Take a big breath in, sweeping up. Exhale your hands right back to your heart space and pause. We're going to come into eagle here. So take a full breath and a full breath out and just pause here, staying grounded in your feet. And then we're going to inhale the right knee up, keeping that foot flexed. Draw in and up through the low belly. Feel the shoulders go down, but the crown of the head lift. Open up your arms. Cross the right leg over the left and take the right arm underneath the left. Your hands can try to meet. If they don't, put them on your shoulders and just lift up through the elbows. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can bend that left leg. Stay grounded through all 4 corners of your feet. and just breathe. And again, if you're falling out of this pose and you find that it's bringing more frustration and anger than you need, go find a chair. Put your hand on the back of a chair. Allow yourself the support of what you have near you. You can also take your toes down. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath in and one more breath out. Straighten the left leg, let the feet meet, bring the arms up, stretch high. Maybe take a little bit of a back bend here. Draw your hands right back into your heart space and pause. So the beauty of all these poses is there's always a right and left, right? So, no, a right and a left, correct? Yes. So you get to do it on the other side. I know you're happy about that. Ground down through your feet. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale the left knee up in front of you. Keep that foot flexed. Pause to find your balance and feel everything hug into center. Open up your arms wide, palms up, and then crossing the left leg over the right. Take the left arm underneath the right, and again, maybe this side your hands meet. If they do, continue to lift through the elbows and draw the forearms away from your face. You can bend that right knee as deeply as you'd like, and if your balance is off on this side, take your toes down. Use the options that are available to you, and there's tons. Maybe this seems easy to you, so you want to close your eyes. Closing your eyes can throw you off in any balance pose, but it's an opportunity to just experience it. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Everything is a practice. We just practice, practice, practice. We're never going to be perfect at it. One more breath in, let the feet meet, sweep the arms up, take a full breath in, bring your hands back to your heart space and pause. Full breath out. One more breath in. One more breath out. Let's come back into chair. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, take your hips back, pull into the low belly. When you look down, you should be able to see your toes. So if you can't, draw your knees back a little bit more. With your next breath, bring your hands back to your heart space. You can rest your thumbs right on your chest. Take a full breath in and a full breath out, and we're going to come back into a twisted chair. So with your next breath, inhale, get nice and small and low, lean out over your legs, take the left elbow outside the right knee, twisting, and then pausing here in your twisted chair. You have control over what's happening here. You can breathe in and pull into the low belly, maybe feeling a little bit more rotation through the ribs and the torso, drawing the right shoulder back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Pause and breathe. You're moving your spine from the tail right through the crown of your head, creating more space and flexibility. One more big breath in and then exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs. You can sway a little bit right to left here. And then inhale, come to a halfway lift. Really stretch out, feel the shoulders come back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand again, and then sitting your hips back for chair. You can pause here with your arms extended, but then bring them right back to your heart space again, resting the thumbs right on the chest. Pull in through the low belly, tucking the tailbone down. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then we'll twist the other direction. So lean out over your legs, get nice and long from tail to crown, and then take the right elbow outside the left knee. Now you're pressing that right hand into the left, and you're trying to rotate your chest so that the thumbs line back up. It'll never be a direct center hit, but that's the direction that you're moving toward. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. One more breath in. One more breath out. These twists are so good for you. They nourish your spine, creating good spine health, but they're also energizing and calming at the same time. One more breath in and then exhale, forward fold, right back over your legs. Again, toe heeling your feet apart. Let your hands come to opposite elbows. Cascade right over your legs. Release the tension in your neck. Let your head go down. Gravity is a beautiful thing. You can sway a little bit right to left here, finding the release that you need. Take another breath in and another breath out. Toe heel your feet back in underneath your hip points. Take a full breath for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise high to stand. Bring your hands back to your heart space and pause. Beautiful. We're going to go into some movement for camel now, because with the twisting and the heart opening, I thought that was the perfect pose. It's a really strong heart opener. You're vulnerable. You can't be angry and frustrated and stressed when you're, trying to give love and invite love. So that's what the heart chakra's for, your little center of your love. So take a nice deep breath in from standing. Bring your hands back, toe heel your feet apart, and we'll just take it slow. So bend the knees, we'll come into completely lost my words, I'm so sorry. That's okay, you know where we're going. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just stretching out the hips, letting the elbows rest. Keep drawing the shoulders back and pressing the heart into the thumbs. One more breath in. One more breath out. All right, take your hands down. Come on back to your knees. Now, if you want to take that blanket or a towel or something to either put under your knees or put underneath your ankles, you can take a blanket to help cushion the feet like this, okay? Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Because this is such a big heart opener, I want you to really pay attention to how this feels to your low back. You do not need your knees close together. They can be separated. Maybe directly underneath the hip points is a great starting place. Take a full breath in, lift up. Bring the hands to your hips, keeping the hip bones pointed forward. We're going to start to hinge back. You can keep your hands right here supporting your low back, but I want you to tuck your tailbone. Feel a lift through the pelvic floor. Pull into the low belly. Draw your shoulders back and just breathe here. We're gonna work this really slow. So take your time. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. One more breath in. Keep pushing the hips forward, but allowing yourself to go back. And then with your next breath, inhale, come back to center. And just sit your hips right back over your heels. Pause and breathe. You all know I'm not a fan of this pose. Camel is one of the toughest poses there is for me. But if you ask MJ, it's because I need it. Not sure what that means. But I keep practicing it. And this isn't the kind of pose where you just automatically get into it and you're open. It requires patience and it requires breath. And you just work at it slowly but surely. Take a full breath in, come on back up to your knees. Take a nice deep breath in, bringing your hands again to your low back. It's almost like you're putting your hands in pockets in jeans. Okay? Take a nice deep breath in, hip bones point forward, lift up. Feel a lift, come up. Let the shoulders come back, opening up through the heart. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Take your time, there's no rush. And if your hand makes it back to a heel, that's great, but keep pushing the hip bones forward. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. You're strengthening your back body here. Drawing the shoulders back. And then when you're ready, come back out. Pause, take a full breath in. Again, sitting your hips back. Interesting feeling when you can actually feel things shift in your body. There's no rush to do this stuff. It's about feeling and experiencing it and moving through what you're feeling, not getting stuck. So don't get hung up if you decide you hate this pose or you're afraid you're going to hurt yourself. Take your time and go slow, listening to what your body's telling you. We're going to do this one more time. So take a nice deep breath in, come back up to your knees. Take a full breath in as your hip bones go forward, pull into the low belly, tucking your tail. It's all these little micro movements that you're taking care to put your body in the safest place. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And you pause along the way, and maybe this is plenty. Or if you want to, again, take your hands back to find your heels. Keep pushing the hip bones forward. Let the shoulders go back. Stay open and lifting through the heart. Nice and slowly bring it back up. Sit your hips back. Pause and breathe. Take another breath in and another breath out. From here, walk yourself back out into tabletop. Again, taking it slowly. And we'll release the belly for cow. And then tuck the tail and round for cat. One more cow. And one more cat. Return to neutral spine, walk your hands out, tuck your toes, lift your hips, come on back into downward facing dog. And again, you might find some snap, crackle, pops along the way. There's nothing wrong with that. Pedaling out your feet, bending both knees to bring your shins parallel to the mat and then tipping your hips up nice and high. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. That camel pose, it's so potent, so powerful. It energizes you, but it also calms your central nervous system. You're opening up across the heart, but you're strengthening your back body too. You'll have to tell me after in the comments if you hate that pose as much as I do, but hate's a strong word, so maybe it's just challenging, and maybe that's okay, and we'll just continue to breathe through it and practice it together, and someday it'll be like any other pose that we do that's a piece of cake. Just keep coming back to your breath. Take a full breath in, sweep the right leg straight out behind you. Exhale, bring the foot forward, plant it by your thumb. Take a full breath in, rising up into your crescent. And a full breath out. Swivel the back foot down, open up into your warrior two. Release your shoulders. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Open up the right hand, sweep up, lift up. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten the right leg, turn the toes. So both feet are pointing in the same direction. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Heels come in, toes go out. Sweep the arms up, bend the knees out over the toes. Come back into your goddess. Bring the hands back into your Ganesha Mudra. Stay strong as you pull the right hand against the left. Come up to your toes and breathe. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. One more breath in. One more breath out. Release the heels, straighten the legs, lift the arms up. Open up into warrior two in the other direction. Bend the left knee out over the ankle. Draw that right thigh bone back and bring the shoulders down away from your ears. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Flip that left hand, sweep it up, stretch back. Exhale, come on back in. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Come to the right toes and then using your core, rise high for crescent here. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Hands come down, left foot goes back to meet the right. Pause in your plank. This is your last vinyasa flow. Rinsing it off if you choose to, or just taking it right back into downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale high up to your toes. Glide forward into plank. Pause and breathe. One more breath in. Exhale your hips high, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in again, rising back up to your toes. This time look forward. Walk your feet right up through your hands. Come to sit down, taking the legs out long in front of you. Sit tall, pull into the low belly. And then one more time, we'll sweep the arms up. Flex the feet. On your exhale, hinge forward. Let the hands go where they need to, but keep drawing length into your spine. So draw your shoulders back. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then you can go ahead and release right over your legs, just like you would in a forward fold. Hands go down. Keep a little bit of softness behind your knees. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Walk your hands back up, bend your knees. Come on into boat, lifting up the feet, flex them, hands by your sides or right underneath your thighs. Take a nice deep breath in, pulling in and up. Lift the heart, draw the shoulders back. Take a full breath in as you lower and come back up. Lower, come back up. Lower, keep working it, lifting through your heart. This time lower and hover, pause and breathe until eventually you take yourself flat on the mat. Take your arms up overhead, take a full body stretch, bending the knees. Bring the hands down by your side, draw the knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Really squeeze them in, feel the entire back on the mat, roll a little bit right to left. And then keep your knees stacked right over your hips, 90-degree angle at your knees, 90-degree angle at your hips, as well as your ankles. Open up your arms, palms down, take a nice deep breath in, let the knees go to the left. You can look out over the right shoulder. You can place the left hand on top of the right knee. And take several breaths here as you let your body release into the twist. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. One more breath in and one more breath out. Inhale, bring the knees back up through center, really strengthen through your core. Pausing with the back of your head flat on the mat. Take another inhale and a slow exhale. Check your angles again, 90 degrees at the hips and the knees and the ankles, and then with breath, let the knees go toward the right. You can look over the left shoulder. You could take the right hand on top of the left knee. And you breathe here. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. One more breath in and one more breath out. Using your core and your breath, inhale the knees back up, hug them into your chest. Pause and breathe here as you rock and roll a little bit right to left. And know that the best pose, the best antidote to anger, frustration, stress, believe it or not, Shavasana. So stretch out your legs, right heel to right corner, left heel to left corner. Let your feet just splay open. No more tension, no more holding on. Open up your arms away from your side bodies, palms up. And then take another one of those beautiful cleansing breaths, inhaling and lifting, feeling the front side of your body lift. And then on your exhale, feel the back side of your body ground. You're being held by your mat and the earth. You're safe. If you have something, a cloth or a towel to put over your eyes to make the room a little bit darker, that's awesome. You'll take one more full breath in and a slow breath out. And as you release into your Shavasana, you release the judgment, you release the anger, the stress, the frustration. And you just be here, okay in the moment. And I'll ring the chimes when it's time to come out. Shavasana. Start to deepen your breath. Bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. And you can stay right where you are and place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, someplace that's nurturing to you. Take another full breath in as you feel your heart lift. And as you exhale, allow yourself to ground. Maybe you notice there's been a shift, that there's this new sense of release or an opening, just a change of some sort. Anything that we focus too much on becomes an inequality, and we need to keep searching for that balance. So keep taking care of you during this time. Don't worry about the emotions and feelings that come up. We'll just keep breathing and working through them together. The light and truth in me sees that in each of you. Grateful for your attention to yourself. Grateful for your attention to your body. Grateful for your attention to your breath. Together we say, Namaste.